They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us.
Rare picture of Busta Rhymes and Diddy's boyfriend having a good time.
Looking powerful, King. You're looking great, King. Looking amazing, King. What's valuable?
Was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I look at the chain and I'm like, and I look up, I'm like,
Busta Rhymes is getting shook down by some dude from his past, a supposed old flame, and this cat's holding something serious over his head. We talking about a private flick, you heard? One that's supposedly showing Busta in some real delicate situations. Now, Busta's crew, they ain't playing no games. They already on 10, ready to hit this dude with a lawsuit that'll leave him with nothing but lint in his pockets if he drops this tape. And you know how the gossip mill is. Everybody and their mama is throwing in their 2 cents, connecting dots to Busta's past flings and whispering about some real shadowy connections to his old way of living. Now, some folks swear this mystery dude is one of the fun boys that Big Homie CC was spilling tea about on that Art of Dialogue show. Big Homie was saying Busta had a thing for these fun boys. You know, cats tied to the game, but keeping their business on the down low. And then you got others, they throwing out names from back in the day, saying it could be somebody Busta was rolling with back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when the scene was really poppin'. Remember back in the day, when Busta was pulling up to award shows with a trans woman on his arm? And let's keep it real. These wild fits Busta was rocking back then, they weren't exactly helping to quiet down the chatter. Yeah, this whole situation is getting real sticky. And that old picture that just resurfaced, the one where Busta was supposedly leaving a gay pride thing with a trans woman, that just poured gasoline on the whole fire. But peep this, these type of whispers, they ain't going nowhere. Folks are digging up old tea, especially stories about Busta being a regular at Diddy's freak-offs. Now Busta ain't taking this lying down. He's coming back swinging hard. Now, here's the kicker. The streets ain't exactly shedding tears for Busta, seeing as he used to be throwing shade at gay artists, real hostile-like. Plus, Busta would get all turned up, real suspicious, whenever anybody mentioned gay rappers getting love in the hip-hop game. He even bounced out an interview, straight up dipped, after dropping some heat on that topic. What he represents culturally doesn't condone gay men and hip-hop whatsoever. Now, the real tea we need to spill is, could this supposed fun boy tape be the thing that blows Busta's whole spot, showing he ain't just a dude who likes to keep his business hush-hush? Who is this mystery man, this supposed lover? What's really on that tape? And just how deep in the drama are we about to get? Let's get down to the nitty-gritty and unpack this whole situation.
Crazy, like, but if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. Why are you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they're in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section.
Busta Rhymes is straight up sweating bullets right now after these wild stories popped up saying one of his alleged old boyfriends is trying to shake him down. This dude supposedly got a private flick showing Busta in some real compromising positions, and he's talking about selling it to the highest bidder on the dark web, you heard? Sources say Busta's crew is running around like chickens with their heads cut off trying to shut this whole thing down, with Busta himself reportedly bugging out over the potential mess. And while nobody knows exactly what's on this supposed tape, fans ain't wasting no time connecting these dots to them old stories Big Homie CC. During that Art of Dialogue interview, Big Homie dropped some bombs, talking about Busta's supposed taste for them fun boys. Big Homie was saying that whenever Busta hit up the club, he'd send his crew on a mission, telling them to scoop up the youngest, finest dudes and bring them back to his VIP section, straight up.
I seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge, though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, you know, we gotta bring some, we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it over here. They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta.
Big Homie also threw in this wild story about a night at the club with actor-model Don Benjamin and his homie, who just so happened to be a gay dude. Big Homie said when Busta laid eyes on this cat, it was like something just clicked. Busta locked on, snatched him up, and dragged him straight into his VIP section like he was claiming territory. And get this, Busta wasn't letting this dude out of his sight all night, kept him close. But this wasn't no one-off thing. Nah, Big Homie was saying that every time Busta hit the club scene, the promoters knew the drill. Find the finest men in the joint and send them straight to Busta's section.
Bro, on my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. You familiar with him?
No, never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin. And the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was this little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, you know, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope.
Big Homie also dropped the gem that Busta was straight up gassing this dude, going on and on about how fine he was. And once he got him in that VIP section, he was holding on tight, like he wasn't letting him slip away for nothing.
So, I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him. So when I heard that, I turned around like, man, did he just say that? He got all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild. Shocked me. But sure enough.
And that was the guy that Busta Rhymes pulled back?
Just pulled him into the section. Pulled him into the section, and then they walled him off like this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy. He couldn't believe that. He was shocked.
Now, Big Homie was dropping knowledge, saying that most folks in the industry have been hip to Busta's alleged down-low lifestyle for over 10 years, you dig? And when they asked him why nobody stepped forward for now, he hit him with the real. A whole lot of dudes want to be chilling in that VIP section with Busta. But then Big Homie dropped some real heavy truth, something that doesn't get talked about enough. Busta's history of anger problems and putting hands on women. And according to Big Homie, there might be a real deep reason behind it. He hinted that many down-low men in the game, like Diddy and supposedly Busta, hold a lot of resentment towards women because of the life they living on the low.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How come you think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matter most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls.
And this ain't just Big Homie's personal take, nah. There's actual research out there showing that internal homophobia is tied to domestic violence, straight up. Now, when it comes to Busta, his homophobia ain't no secret, even though he ain't as loud about it these days. Peep this. According to an old Entertainment Weekly article from '07, when they asked Busta if the hip-hop and rap scene should be showing more love to gay rappers, Busta straight up bounced, walked out of the room saying nothing. I can't even talk to you about that, with all due respect. I ain't trying to afford nobody. What I represent culturally does not condone it whatsoever. But hold up, that ain't even the whole story. There's been a whole heap of tales over the years about Busta supposedly getting real hostile when gay fans tried to holla at him. According to one story, way back in '06, Busta was spotted at a Miami grub spot, and the place was jumping with transvestites, gay dudes, and drag queens, the whole 9 yards. And let's just say, Busta wasn't shy about how he felt about the atmosphere when a gay fan came up to him that night. The report claims this young gay cat tapped Busta on the shoulder, trying to show some love for his comeback. But Busta turned around and snapped, yelling something real foul. "Why the F you touching me, man? Get the F away from me." Then, get this, Busta supposedly told his security to grab the dude and toss him out of there like he was yesterday's trash. And after they bounced the guy, Busta was overheard throwing out a homophobic slur, saying something like, "I hate F and F slurs, man." And this wasn't no one-time thing either. Back in 2013, Busta threw another whole slur-filled fit in Miami Beach after he and his crew got mad because they were told they couldn't cut the line at this local spot, Cheeseburger Baby.
So someone from his posse goes up to the front and says, "Can you take my order first? We're very important people."
Oh my God, how much do you hate him?
Now this is
Okay, that's not Busta Rhymes, that's his crew, but it's still unacceptable. If we were all hanging out and somebody went up and said, "Please, we're very important people," I'd be so mortified.
According to Stephanie Vittori, the owner of the spot, Busta's crew started acting disrespectful when the staff told them they couldn't jump the line, and things just got worse from there. When they brought the condiments on the side, Busta straight up lost it, throwing out homophobic slurs at the restaurant workers. He supposedly called one of the servers a straight up FAG and then turned his anger on Vittori, calling her the B word. Vittori said after an employee tried to explain the rules to Busta, who was 40 at the time. Mind you, Busta threw a whole tantrum and yelled something wild. "Phew fag, I'm not leaving until I get ketchup, mayo, salt, and pepper on my burger. FUB. And then more recently, there was this video that went viral, and then there was that whole mess at the Grammys, where a clip surfaced showing Busta getting all heated at a gay fan who was recording him backstage. Now, folks have speculated that this wasn't just some regular fan, but one of them fun boys big homie was talking about, and fans were saying Busta was straight paranoid about getting caught on camera with him. Matter of fact, if you listen real close, you can literally hear Busta say at one point, "This ain't a conversation we should be having on camera."
Hands, I'm looking at this guy. Be careful, just stay back. Yeah, be careful, I see, I didn't get too close. Yeah, he gets mad, Busta don't play around. He got mad at him though.
But hold up, the drama ain't over yet. More dudes are coming out of the woodwork now, dropping their own wild tales about running into Busta. One of them is social media dude Trip Ali, who dropped a straight up bomb on his YouTube channel, claiming Busta tried to holla at him in NYC, inviting him to come party with him. And the way Trip described it, it sounds like Busta was using some moves straight out of Diddy's "Let Me Take You Shopping" playbook.
I'm walking, New York City, going to a club. It was Halloween weekend, everybody was out. And it was this party we was going to, me, my boy, and his friend that had came in from Detroit. And I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. And he holding my hand. Now, I didn't know it was Busta at first. Busta Rhymes tall. I'm short, I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me.
So, Trip was saying Busta invited him to come party with him in his VIP section at a club. And at first, Trip was all hyped, thinking he was gonna get to rub elbows and network with Busta and his celeb crew. But little did he know, things were about to get way more wild than he ever expected, straight up.
He says, I'm about to go in this club. We got a section. You can come in with me if you want. And I'm like, word, for real? Like, that's what's up. Like, he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I gotta, tell my people. I was like, I come in, you know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, just let me know, tell them that you coming in there to meet with me and come on up. And I was like, bet. So, of course, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes is one of my favorite artists of all time. And back then, I was really on my rap.
So, things went left real quick when Trip got into a whole heated argument with his homie, who wasn't feeling the whole Busta party vibe. And before he knew it, they were throwing hands. A full-on physical altercation, you dig? Trip was so shook up by the whole ordeal, he decided to ditch the club plans altogether. And to make matters worse, his homie started acting all wild and ended up leaving him stranded in the middle of New York City.
He pushes me, and I push him back. And he just started swinging on me, just going crazy. And I'm like, yo. So we fighting in front of the taxi driver with the door open right in the middle of the street of New York City. And I mean, he was really trying to hurt me. Now, I wasn't fighting him from the place that I felt like he was fighting me. I feel like he was really trying to hurt me. At the same time, I'm really just trying to restrain him, and I'm wrestling with him but he's swinging blows at me. Like, and I'm like, yo, really? Like, so his boy runs down the street and grabs me.
Real talk, maybe Trip Alley did him a solid, cause who knows what could have gone down if he ended up being one of them fun boys in Busta's VIP section. Things could have taken a whole other kind of turn, you dig? But just when you thought the drama couldn't get any crazier, Orlando Brown came through, set the internet ablaze, claiming on camera that he hooked up with a whole roster of rappers, including Diddy, Drake, Bow Wow, and yeah, you guessed it, Busta Rhymes.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you seen Busta at the airport too. That motherfucker tried to act like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
And
Well, you smashing a lot of people.
what's that thing?
Now, we all know Orlando ain't exactly the most trustworthy storyteller, you feel me? With his history of Wild 'N Out, a lot of folks just brushed off his claims as another one of his crazy rants. But with all the drama swirling around Diddy and his celeb crew right now, people are starting to connect the dots. And all of a sudden, Orlando's stories ain't looking so far-fetched. See, Orlando's been stirring up the pot with them viral interviews, dropping Diddy's name multiple times, even before Cassie came through with that bombshell lawsuit back in November 2023. But before Cassie opened the floodgates, most people just laughed off Orlando's claims as some long-running joke about Diddy maybe being on the down low. But now, with Diddy facing serious accusations, folks are starting to wonder if Orlando has been telling the truth the whole time. And who knows, maybe Busta Rhymes was named for a reason too, you dig? After all, Diddy and Busta go way back. They have been tight for years, all the way up until Diddy's arrest last year. So here we are, rolling into 2005, and Busta's knee-deep in all kinds of messy rumors and allegations. Looks like his past is coming back to bite him, and the internet's buzzing with talk about them latest stories of Busta's supposed old flame threatening to drop a private tape. From rumors about his taste for fun boys to accusations of him lashing out at women, Busta's private life is getting exposed more and more every day, with Big Homie CC's explosive claims about Busta's club habits, that rumored trans woman from back in the 90s, and even Orlando Brown stepping up with them wild accusations. This story just keeps getting crazier by the minute, you heard? And now, with these rumors of a leaked freak-off tape hanging in the air, sources close to Busta are saying he's allegedly in full-on panic mode, throwing out legal threats and swearing he'll take this mystery man down if he dares expose his past. But let's keep it a buck. In this day and age of instant exposure, can anybody really keep their skeletons locked up forever? So, let's hear y'all take on this whole situation. Is Busta Rhymes just getting targeted by a bitter ex? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Could these rumors actually be the real deal? Or is it all just media hype? Is Busta about to get exposed for something darker than we thought? Or is this just another case of down low drama getting blown out of proportion? Drop all your thoughts down below in the comments, and don't sleep on that next video